Right now at 5, a community staple at risk. The La Crosse nonprofit's membership numbers have dropped dangerously low.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Every holiday season, there's a drive for those who can't afford Christmas gifts. Toys for Tots make sure kids in the La Crosse community have a present to open. But the future of that event may be at risk. News 8 Now's Dua Israr joins us live in studio to explain why. Good evening, Dua.
Ken, JCI La Crosse JCs is the organization behind Toys for Tots. But after 88 years, the nonprofit may have to shut down unless community members step up. La Crosse JCs began in 1935. The organization is a club for 18 to 41-year-olds and works on building a sense of community as well as giving back. Membership Drive Coordinator Jason Jones says COVID-19 decreased the number of members, and now the nonprofit is struggling to keep its doors open.
To be a current charter with JCI International, that is 20 members. Currently, I believe we are at 18 to 19.
The nonprofit has organized Toys for Tots for over 50 years. It also helped with the Rotary Lights Tunnel, Riverfest, and more. Jones says the club also provides scholarships to students and organizations. Now, Jones says the organization has until the end of the year to get at least 20 members. Ken?
All right, thanks very much, Dua. You can find out how to become a member at the La Crosse JC's website. We also have that information posted on news8000.com. Let's switch it up and talk some weather with First Warn meteorologist Eric Dean.
Good evening, Ken. Good evening, everybody. Wow. 24 hours from now, it's going to be a whole different story than what we're seeing right now. We have advisories on the map, so let's go ahead and get right to it, shall we? First of all, the winter storm watch that we were talking about earlier has been canceled. It has since been replaced with a winter storm warning. Again, winter storm warning starts tomorrow afternoon and goes until Friday at 6 a.m. for the areas shaded in pink. If you are in the counties shaded in purple, that is a winter weather advisory. Again, this starts Thursday afternoon and goes until Friday morning at 6 a.m. So make sure you have that free News 8000 First Warn weather app on your mobile device to receive the latest information for your area, especially in the overnight hours as things may start to change. That's usually about the time when watches and warnings usually switch to something else. So please make sure you have that app on your phone. Now for today, we made it to 46 in La Crosse, 45 was the high in Sparta as well as Black River Falls, 41 in Eau Claire, 44 in Prairie du Chien. Decorah, you only made it to 39. Same story in Preston. Right now we have cloudy skies. 45 degrees is the current temperature, but it feels like 39 out there. Now coming up in the First Warn forecast, we're going to talk about everything that you need to know as we go to the next 48 hours. But I don't think we're out of the woods yet because we got to keep an eye on this weekend.
All right. Thanks very much, Eric.
You bet.
We'll see you in a bit.
Yep.
Back on the news side of things, protests are underway around the world to mark International Women's Day, with activists calling for equality and better pay. CBS's Ian Lee reports from London.
A rally cry for equal rights rages in the Philippines. It's a time of crisis for protesters, with unemployment and violence against women on the rise.
Calling for higher wages, calling for decent work, calling for free and accessible public support services.
The fight for gender equality echoing around the world on International Women's Day. In Sri Lanka, women demand more help from rising inflation, while in France, many want the government to keep their hands off their retirement. And when it comes to governing, the president of Europe's central bank says women have an advantage.
Forgive me. Fewer testosterone, smaller ego. That helps.
Many global protests also called for solidarity with women in Iran and Afghanistan, where freedoms took a blow last year. A brave few took to the streets of Kabul as the Taliban continues to strip millions of women of their rights, like access to education and health care.
In Afghanistan, women and girls have been erased from public life.
The UN calls Afghanistan the most repressive country in the world for women, possibly amounting to crimes against humanity. Hafiza never wanted to work behind a sewing machine in a factory. She was studying law. Fighting back tears, she says, we all live like prisoners. We feel like we're caught in a cage. Now she's hoping, like so many women around the world, that one day she can break free. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
Closer to home now, Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin is leading an effort to restore reproductive health care at the federal level. Baldwin, along with a Connecticut senator, have introduced a bill called the Women's Health Protection Act of 2023. If signed into law, the bill would prohibit states from restricting access to abortion early in pregnancy, allow abortion during later stages of pregnancy if it affects the health of the mother, and allow citizens to travel out of state for an abortion. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz today took executive action to protect access to gender-affirming health care in Minnesota. The order protects the rights of Minnesota's LGBTQ community to seek and receive gender-affirming health care in the state. State agencies will coordinate to protect people or entities who are providing, assisting, seeking, or obtaining gender-affirming health care services. The state will decline to help other states that try to penalize individuals and entities seeking gender-affirming health care services. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers continued his budget touting tour with a stop in Chippewa Falls today. Evers visited the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley, an organization that has benefited from state funding. The Y has gotten more than $600,000 through the Child Care Counts program, which is emergency funding spurred on by the pandemic. Evers' budget includes more than $340 million for permanent investment in Child Care Counts. The governor says more affordable child care helps everyone in the workforce.
Child care is needed in order to have a robust economy. We have people that want to work, and in order for them to work, they need to have quality, high-quality child care.
The state Republicans have the next 4 months to rewrite their own version of the budget before sending it back to the governor for revision. You can hear from all 8 La Crosse school board candidates at a public forum tonight. Several community organizations are hosting the candidate forum tonight from 5:30 to 7:30 at Lincoln Middle School. Light snacks and refreshments will be available. The event is free, but you do have to register. You can do that on the League of Women Voters of La Crosse website. The 8 candidates are running for 4 open spots on the school board. That election coming April 4th. Now, we sat down with all the candidates before the February primary to discuss why they're running and how they would address the district's financial problems. You can find that on our website, news8000.com. And tomorrow, the school district is hosting its 3rd referendum information session. This one will be 6:30 to 8 p.m. at Logan Middle School. The district has a referendum on the April ballot. It is asking voters to approve a 6-year extension of its 2018 operating referendum. The event is free and open to the public to ask any questions you have about the referendum. This info session will be in person. The district has posted all future info sessions on its website and Facebook page. Students in Bangor are celebrating the most important meal of the day. As part of the National School Breakfast Week, kitchen staff at Bangor Middle and High School served up some breakfast burritos. Staff say breakfast makes a world of difference for kids. The kitchen manager says that some kids do skip meals and may be taking breakfast for granted.
It's not just breakfast. It's something to start their day off in the right way, the right foot. I know that some of these kids, they need that. They need that food in their stomach.
And the kids agree. Here's what a few of them had to say about the impacts of skipping the most important meal of them all.
When I don't have breakfast, I have low energy and I'm not as energetic.
It usually gives you energy throughout the day. It makes you less angry.
I get hangry sometimes if I don't.
Now, students will celebrate National School Breakfast Week through this Friday. Still to come on News 8 Now at 5, officials are still unsure what led to the violent kidnapping of 4 Americans in Mexico. That story next.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Keep your pup happy and healthy with Menards. Greenies Dental Dog Treats help prevent gum disease, freshen breath, and are fortified with vitamins and minerals to ensure balanced nutrition. A value pack of Greenies Dental Dog Treats are $39.98. Plus, save an additional 11%. Clean up your garage with Lippmann Cleaning Supplies. The 18-inch push broom comes in smooth, rough, and multi-surface models to accommodate your cleaning needs. Right now, it's $8.89 after rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Rise and shine. Today you start a new and exciting adventure. So step up and dream big. At the School District of La Crosse, let curiosity guide you, not fear of the unknown. Meet friends, learn and play. Embrace change. Discover hidden talents. And let loose your unbridled potential. Build a better future. Because here, anything is possible. The School District of La Crosse. Dream, believe, achieve.
Mad City, a division of Renuity, the local service you deserve, now backed by unmatched national strength. We are Wisconsin's #1 remodeler. Take a look at our new Eco Sky windows featuring Sky Mirror technology with layers of low E for year-round comfort, 114% more airtight than the average window. And with Mad City's price lock guarantee, once you receive a free design consultation, we'll lock your price in and guarantee it for 1 year. Save during our Spring into Savings event. Receive $1,500 off a house full of new windows, 48 months, 0 interest senior military discounts, plus a bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with purchase of new windows used for condo, hotel stay, or even a cruise. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1677. Here's that number again, 715-941-1677.
Sinking driveway, settling patio, collapsing stoop, uneven pool deck. It's a fact. Concrete problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call American Waterworks.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
U.S. officials are working with Mexican authorities to get the bodies of 2 Americans abducted and murdered in Mexico returned to the U.S. We want to warn you, some viewers may find some of the images in this report disturbing. Christian Benavides has the latest on the investigation.
Our hearts go out to the family members who lost loved ones. It is devastating.
The White House is determined to bring justice to those who kidnapped 4 Americans in northern Mexico last week. 2 were killed.
This is clearly a priority for us, and we want to get to the bottom of this.
The terrifying ordeal unfolded last Friday when 4 friends, Latavia McGee, Eric Williams, Zindell Brown, and Shaid Woodard, were abducted after crossing the border into Mexico from Brownsville, Texas. A U.S. law enforcement source told CBS News investigators believe the Gulf Cartel was responsible for the attack, though it's still unclear why they were taken at gunpoint. Mexican officials believe the abductees were moved several times before being found at a stash house near Matamoros. McGee and Williams, who was shot in the leg, were returned to the U.S. in an ambulance Tuesday. Williams is recovering from surgery at Valley Regional Medical Center in Brownsville, Texas. One of McGee's family members told CBS News the group was traveling from South Carolina so she could undergo a cosmetic procedure, and said McGee had been to the region before for similar reasons. It's not uncommon for Americans to travel to Mexico for medical procedures. More than 1 million traveled last year for health tourism, spending about $250 million. Many also go south of the border for cheaper prescription drug prices, but the area where the 4 Americans were abducted is one of at least 5 Mexican territories under a State Department do not travel advisory. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
Mexico's president says those responsible will be found and punished. So far, a 24-year-old man is in custody. Ice fishing.
And in the world of weather, we have rain and even some snow on the radar as we speak, but some of this is not hitting the ground. It's being picked up in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Now, we have an alert day for tomorrow and Friday. We'll talk about that on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Where's the best place for local fresh quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Now's the time to order your whole or half double smoked ham, prime rib, or smoked salmon for Easter. Don't forget the wine and cheese. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
If you're constantly having to dust and wipe down your window seals, the problem could be the gaps around your old windows. For the solution, call Mad City Windows. Our new Eco Sky windows insulate like walls and are more airtight than the average window.
They open up and they come in so you can clean the inside
or the outside and everything. Right in here, you don't have to get ladders or anything like that there to clean them.
Call now for your free design consultation with our price lock guarantee. We'll lock your price in for 1 year. And now during our Spring into Savings event, receive $1,500 off a house full of new windows, 48 months, 0 interest, senior military discounts plus bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with purchase of new windows used for condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. Call Mad City Windows for a free estimate at 715-941-1677. That's 715-941-1677.
A convicted felon kidnapped and raped a 15-year-old girl, abducting her off the street in broad daylight. Judge Janet Protasewicz could have sentenced him to 20 years. Instead, she put him back on our streets.
What detractors would say is you having been soft on a violent sexual crime.
I would say that that's ridiculous. Judge Protasewicz puts our families at risk, and putting her on our Supreme Court, that's what's ridiculous. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
For over 25 years, Window World's provided quality products for homeowners around the country, including windows and doors. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they'll never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable fiberglass construction that provides up to 4 times the insulation value of wood. When it comes time for new windows or doors, trust America's exterior remodeler. Trust Window World. Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality local meat. It's time for the annual hog sale. Order a half hog for $3.45 or a whole hog for $6.85. Price includes smoking of bacon and ham. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
9 people who went out ice fishing are now safe at home after a terrifying ordeal. The ice they were fishing on separated from land and began floating out in the middle of a frigid lake. Jennifer Huff has details of their rescue.
It's that time of year again when the ice starts to retreat, and it's no different on Lake Pepin. That's still a popular place to fish. Except last night, things took a turn for the worse.
It actually started snowing and sleeting very hard.
Lake City Fire Captain Matt Herzig taking a rescue call.
I'm thinking somebody's in the water.
9 people, including 3 kids, were stranded on a sheet of ice. The current and high winds there pushing it away from land.
So on both edges, it was open water, so they just couldn't get off.
Herzig and his crew ready to jump in.
I would assume it would have been very cold.
Instead, the Goodhue County Sheriff's Office had to use airboats to get everyone to shore, cold and hungry, but alive.
I always know your surroundings. Luckily, they had a phone with them. Technology was a big factor to save their life, too. They're very lucky.
The DNR says the ice this year was poor all across the state due to heavy snow at the start of the season that slowed the rate of new ice, add in fluctuating warm temperatures and slush that further deteriorated the ice, leading to even fewer fishing shelters. A good reminder that as seasons change, safety is top of mind.
And we all come together in a time that everyone needs us to.
Well, shout out to those first responders for sure. In the meantime, let's get a look at the skies closer to home with Eric Dean.
Good evening, Ken. Good evening, everybody. We've got a lot to talk about as we go into the next few minutes, so let's go ahead and hit the maps, shall we? First of all, there's a look at the radar scan right now. Let's go ahead and give you the grand tour as to what is going on over towards Rusk County, Chippewa County, Eau Claire County, seeing some snow, even some rain at this hour. We'll go ahead and move the map a little bit farther south over towards the Toma area, seeing some rain. You can see right now La Crosse, we're not seeing much of anything. Over towards the Preston area, seeing a little bit of snow. And then if you go towards Winneshiek, Allamakee County, Crawford County, Richland County, Winneshiek and Allamakee County. Winneshiek, you're seeing snow. Allamakee County, you're seeing some rain. And then Crawford and Richland County, you're seeing some rain at this hour as well. So here's the latest on the advisory map. Winter storm warning in effect from Buffalo County to Jackson County and Point South. This starts tomorrow afternoon and goes until 6 o'clock Friday morning. The areas shaded in purple: Dunn County, Pepin County, Eau Claire County, as well as Clark County. You're under a winter weather advisory. Again, starts Thursday afternoon and goes until Friday at 6 a.m. And let's go ahead and talk about what's going on. So we have this low pressure system that's forming over portions of Nevada going into Utah. You can see exactly what's happening as it starts to inch its way closer to the Coulee region. You can see that moisture starting to really ramp up, especially Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, going into your Friday. So we get on the back end of this low pressure system as we go into Friday morning. We'll get a little bit of a break, but there's more, and we'll talk about that coming up in just a couple seconds. So let's talk about what we can expect hour by hour. We'll go ahead and start the clock at 8 o'clock tonight. You'll see the majority of us, we're going to stay mostly clear. The clouds will start to pick up as we go into the overnight hours into your Thursday. We are going to see that snow chance start to pick up around 10 o'clock across the southern zones. It's going to ramp its way up and over into the central zones by the 3-4 o'clock time frame, and then everybody's going to see that snow between 8 to 9 o'clock tomorrow night. By Friday morning, it's going to start to push its way off towards the east, and by the 10-11 o'clock time frame, I think it'll be out of here. So in terms of snow, I'm going 4 to 8 for the majority of the viewing area. You see these 2 to 4 inch areas. I'm going more on the 4-inch side. I think a good 4 to 8 inches is a safe bet. So the bottom line, here's what we know so far. The advisories will go into effect Thursday afternoon. They will expire Friday at 6 a.m. Several inches of snow is likely, and here's what to plan for: low visibility, slick roadways, and hazardous conditions. And one thing that you need to have on your mobile device is this guy right here, the free News 8000 First Warn Weather app, to receive the latest information for your area. So we're sitting at 45 degrees with cloudy skies at the airport. Winds are out of the east-southeast at 11 miles per hour. Feels like 39 out there. 34 is the feels like temperature in Eau Claire, but your ambient temperature is 40 with winds out of the east at 8 miles per hour. But wait, there's more. And it's another low pressure system that's going to push its way inland as we go into Friday. It'll push its way to the Coulee region again as we go into the weekend. And yep, snow chances are in the forecast yet again. So here's a look at the First Warn forecast for tonight. We're going to keep that precip chance in the forecast. Otherwise, we're going to stay mostly cloudy. That's especially in the overnight hours. We're going to hover right around freezing. Winds will be out of the east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. As we head into tomorrow, we'll see temperatures in the mid-30s. You can see the precip chances really start to ramp up in the afternoon and evening hours, and that takes us into the next 10 days, or 8 days, I should say. We go to 35 for Friday, 36 for Saturday, 38 for Sunday, mid-30s for Monday and Tuesday, and then 40s as we go into your Wednesday and Thursday. So we've got to keep an eye on Thursday and Friday, but we also have to keep an eye on this weekend.
All right. Thanks very much, Eric.
You bet.
Still ahead tonight at 5, a lasting legacy. The United States Postal Service is celebrating Women's History Month by paying tribute to the legendary Toni Morrison.
Visit the Early Bird Home Show, going on now at the Ford Store Home Improvements. Lowest prices of the year on your 2023 project. Windows, bathrooms, and more.
Come into Comfort during the International Furniture Fjord Sales Event. Get $200 off all Fjord's chairs in stock and special orders. The Tri-State's largest Fjord showroom is at International Furniture, La Crosse.
If anybody asks me, like, why should I come work for Phillips, it's just more like a family. If you want to be a part of a family and a growing team, it's a place to be.
Phillips is hiring sales consultants. Love what you do. Go to phillipsoutdoorservices.com for more information and to apply.
Reducing high energy cost is easy with new Eco Sky windows from Mad City. Our windows feature Sky Mirror technology to minimize air leaks and give your home an energy upgrade. Plus, wood grains on the inside and any color you want on the outside will make it. And remember, with our price lock guarantee, we'll guarantee your price for 1 year. Don't miss your window of opportunity to save during our Spring into Savings event. Receive $1,500 off a house full of new windows, 48 months, 0 interest, senior military discounts, plus last chance to call during this program for the bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with purchase of new windows, used for condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1677. Here's that number again, 715-941-1677.
What makes Phillips unique to me is that I never come into work feeling like a number. Ben, Brianna, Tyler, everybody in the office, they really just make coming in every day enjoyable, and I think that's really important.
Comfort, style, and savings. Come in now for the Flex Deal Gallery custom order and floor sample sale. Get 50% off select floor models and 40% off all custom orders. International Furniture, La Crosse.
Our Pink exclusive.
Back in the world.
Talking new music, new tour, and putting daughter Willow to work. Next ET.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The U.S. Postal Service is paying tribute to Nobel laureate Toni Morrison with her own Forever stamp. The late author penned several novels throughout her career, including the Pulitzer Prize-winning Beloved and The Bluest Eye. Morrison was the first African-American woman to receive a Nobel Prize in Literature in 1993. A ceremony to celebrate the stamp going on sale was held yesterday at Princeton University, where Morrison was on the faculty for nearly 2 decades. If you want to honor the literary legend on this International Women's Day, go to the USPS website to get your own stamps. We will have a look at what's coming up at 6 when we come back, and Eric will be back in for another check of your forecast.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's spring jean sale is going on now. We carry a huge selection of quality denim brands at affordable prices. And right now, all jeans are on sale. Like men's Rustler jeans, just $17.99. Rewards members save an extra $1. Men's Wrangler 5-star jeans, $25.99. Just $24.99 for rewards members. These women's Levi's signature jeans, also $24.99. And save on kids' silver bootcut denim, just $19.99.
Find value at Lane's Farm and Fleet.
There's never been a better time to enjoy quality Flex Steel furniture than right now during the Flex Steel Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain. You'll save on the latest casual sofas, chairs that say, "Take me home," stunning sectionals, even luxurious leather sofas and recliners. Every Flex Steel style is included in your choice of over 2,000 designer fabrics and leathers, all at the best prices of the year. Unlimited choices, big savings, and special 12-month interest-free financing. It's happening now at Drury's in Fountain.
What does it cost to buy off a judge? For extremist Dan Kelly, he's for sale for $20,000. In 2020, Kelly conveniently changed his mind about whether to judge the Tim Zignego case. Kelly had recused himself. Then he pocketed $20,000 in contributions from Zignego and his family, and Kelly unrecused himself so he could judge the case. Justice shouldn't be for sale. Dan Kelly is too corrupt, too extreme.
Sick of running out of hot water? The professionals at Maxwell White are here to handle all of your water heater needs. Our licensed technicians can install, repair, or replace any type of water heater with same-day or next-day service. Call Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
We've got a lot of news coming up. There's a nationwide shortage of Adderall. That's the medication used to treat ADHD. In tonight's Health Watch, we look at the impact on patients and what you can do. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And coming up on News 8 Now at 6, a coalition of Wisconsin business leaders is trying to find a way to keep the Milwaukee Brewers in Wisconsin for a long time. La Crosse Loggers owner Dan Kapanke is part of that coalition, and their efforts are overlapping with Governor Evers' proposal to use some of Wisconsin's surplus money toward American Family Field renovations. But just how much are they overlapping? Well, we'll dive in at 6.
One final look at the next 8 days. We'll see temperatures in the 30s tomorrow and Friday. Don't forget the alert days, as snow chances will really start to ramp up tomorrow afternoon going into Friday morning. We have those advisories on the map as well, so make sure you keep it tuned to the First Warn Weather app for the latest information. Sunday, you go to 38, the mid-30s Monday and Tuesday.
Thank you very much, Eric, and thank you all for joining us tonight at 5. We hope to see you again at 6.